this will be better. I changed some of my internet settings, so like maybe it'll be better. Sorry about that.
Yeah. Okay. So I'm a journalist. I'm interested in real world stuff. Why can't you talk about real world stuff?
Well, yeah, no, that's fine. I don't want to say like where I live and stuff, you know, just because I feel like I'm threatened my safety.
Well, then why have you threatened other people's safety?
I haven't.
You have repeatedly.
You don't have any proof though. You're accusing me. You don't even have proof. I said I was going to street race her. That's not a threat.
Yeah, well, you have. I've seen the video where you say you're going to attack her with a knife.
No, I didn't. Where is it? Which one? The one on my live stream, and I said like I was got to do Assassin's Creed moves on her. That was a joke, dude.
Yeah, well.
That's a joke. I'm wielding around a knife that says Semper Fidelis written in Sharpie on it. I'm saying I'm gonna like do Assassin's Creed some moves on her like Batman. You think that was real? What are you like disabled or something, dude?
Yeah, well, yeah. So you're saying that was the thing is that even if you joke about, stop making fun of my stutter.
You stop making fun of me, dude. You start call it and like say where you live, and then you accuse me of a crime, dude. What the fuck? I'm just trying to have a cool interview, man. Chill out, dude.
Okay, so here's the thing. Like, if you make a joke about having a bomb at an airport, they're not going to care that it's just a joke. You're going to get in trouble anyway.
But I didn't, because I'm a U.S. Marine, dude. I don't have bombs. I like defuse bombs, kind of like in Counter-Strike.
No, here's the thing. But here's the thing. Like, but things that if you joked about having a bomb and you didn't, you'd still get in trouble.
Well, no, not if the joke was funny, though.
But no, that's not the case.
Well,
airport security.
Funny.
What?
Well, I think it's funny.
So you think so you think saying you're going to kill someone is funny?
Well, I mean, yeah, because now you're interviewing me with the weird stutter voice, and that sounds funny. So I think it's pretty funny. Because now you're interviewing me, and you're like saying, like, dude, well, you're gonna kill her. I think this whole thing's pretty funny in general. So yeah, I'd say it's funny. I think my subscribers probably think it's funny.
Yeah, you know, most of your subscribers are making fun of you. They're edging you on.
No, they all press 1, and I say like, hey guys, press 1 on your keyboard if you respect me, and then they all do it, so that means they respect me. And they all say like, Jace, I respect you, and they write out tweets to me, and they're like, Jace.
Maybe they think maybe that's their idea of a joke.
No, but that's not funny.
Well, maybe it's not funny to you, but different people have different senses of humor.
No, they don't.
Yes, they do.
No.
For example,
Prove it.
Yeah, well, lots of people love the movie Napoleon Dynamite, think it's hilarious. I think it's terrible, but other people think it's funny.
You can't prove it. I'm a U.S. Marine.
Yeah,
you're cyberbullying me.
You know it's a felony to lie about military service, so unless you can give me documentation of your service...
Lie and claim that you got awards like the Purple Heart. That's a Stolen Valor Act that was passed about 20 years ago. You can look it up on Google. I know more about it than you do because I'm smart, because I'm a U.S. Marine.
Yeah, I know the Stolen Valor Act, so you could be violating it by lying on your Patreon.
No, I'm not, because that doesn't apply to freedom of speech, because the law was amended because they found out that it was actually disrespectful to freedom of speech, so now it's only legal to claim that you got a medal, which I never claimed to do, so I'm not illegal, so suck a dick.
Yeah, but you also, but it's also legal in the case if you're making money off it.
Kidding. I didn't mean suck a dick, I'm sorry. That was funny. I was trying to be funny, I was just joshing, okay? I'm sorry.
Yeah, it's also illegal if you're making money off your lies. And if you're making money off your Patreon, then you're lying about military service, then...
Dude, I make $15 per thing. Brianna Wu makes $15,000. Do the math.
Yeah, but she hasn't lied about military service.
Yeah, but she's lied about death threats.
No, she hasn't.
Yeah, she has. There's timestamped evidence that she made up her own threats. They're posted on Reddit. You can look them up.
Yeah, you know Reddit has been trying to smear her. Lots of people.
Then you start stuttering like a little bitch. Ooh.
Stop. Okay. Yeah, like... Yeah, I mean, like...
Yeah, like... Ooh. Maybe you shouldn't have picked on a person with a disability who's living off welfare like I am. Maybe you shouldn't have picked off on a U.S. veteran if you didn't want to be picked on for your fucking disability, you motherfucker. I suffer from actual mental illnesses, and you people are making fun of me, saying that I'm a deranged killer, even though I'm properly medicated. If you didn't want to get made fun of, maybe you shouldn't have made fun of me.
I haven't made fun of you.
Yeah, but you saying all this shit about me, saying that I'm like going to go kill her and stuff, and I didn't. And that's me. Okay, that's me.
I have records of tweets where you said you were going to shoot at her with guns.
No, I didn't. No, you didn't. I didn't have said that.
I can find that.
Well, no, but I didn't say it, so you can't find it because I didn't say it.
Yes, you did say it.
No, you're lying.
No, I'm not. I'm looking it up right now, and I'm going to archive.org. I'm going to archive it. So.
Well, we'll post it on the Skype log now. I want to see it.
Okay.
I didn't say that.
Okay.
I don't think I did
Yeah,
anyway.
you did.
Well, if I did, then it was funny, so I don't care.
Yeah, well, it's something being funny isn't the joke. I mean, like, if...
It's funny, easy to do. Just kidding. That was just prank. We're just joshing, right? We're just joshing, right?
No, you're not being funny. You're being mean. You're cyberbullying me.
No, that's not true. That's not fair. I like to have fun and play video games.
Okay.
Anyway, whatever.
Hold on a sec. Yeah. I have. Okay, I'm archiving that today, so you can't delete it. So
I wasn't gonna delete it anyway, dude. Not fair.
Yeah. Well, I'm just as evidence that you did send a threat to shoot at her.
Well, send it to me on Skype and prove it then.
Okay, and I'm archiving it so you can't delete the tweet.
Yeah, cool. Whatever. You said that already. Send it to me.
Okay.
I want you to prove that I said that because I don't think I did, or at least I don't remember it if I did.
Okay, there it is. There's the link.
Hold on, let me look. I mean, I might have done it. Let me look. I'm going to shoot guns at you a lot in real life. Fuck you. I'm the leader of GamerGate. Also, please street race me. Thanks. That's the tweet that you're talking about.
Yes.
Yeah. Well, I did say that guys shoot guns over a lot in real life. I guess that's true. But yeah. Okay. I guess you're right.
So you did threaten her.
Flying.
And then you declared a fatwa, which a fatwa is when a fatwa is a word used for when Muslim extremists declare that someone needs to be killed. So why did you do that?
I said I declared an internet fatwa. That was the quote. I said internet fatwa, which means that I would go and kind of act like a warring Muslim soldier, fighting against Muslims by shooting at her internet sites metaphorically on the internet by saying mean Twitter things to social justice people, and that's kind of what I meant. It was a cool metaphor.
So basically, you want to harass them online.
I'm sorry, I lied. Okay, I'm sorry, I lied. I won't do it again. I'm sorry. I did say that I was gonna shoot cool guns in Street Racer. I'm sorry. Can you forgive me for lying? I'm sorry.
I'm sorry. I can't forgive you. You also stole a car and crashed it.
No, there's no proof I stole it.
You said it was your mom's.
Yeah, that doesn't mean I stole it.
But you have a DUI. You can't drive.
That's actually you're changing the topic.
So you admit that you weren't, and plus you're not allowed to go 90 miles on a highway.
Well, actually, I'm a street racer, so I kind of can do that and not get caught for it a lot. I do a lot. Actually.
Okay, so you admit that you have repeatedly violated the law.
I admit that I am a street racer and that I belong in the movie Fast and Furious 5 because that was the best one. And I want you to put in the article that I think Fast and Furious 5 was the best movie. I don't care what you say about me, as long as you put in there that I think that out of all the Fast and Furious movies, Fast 5 was the best one. You can say anything else, I don't care. But I just want that on record because I think the other ones weren't as good. And yeah, I do agree to street race. I do admit that I like to street race and stuff like in the game Forza, but in real life, and it's pretty fun to do. Yeah.
Okay, well,
That's
yeah,
it's
it
also
is.
fun to do like when you're high, because then you can go on. It's kind of like it's more immersive because you think you're in a video game, but like you're not.
So you're admitting to even more crimes.
Well, no, I'm not kidding. I do it for. It's like a lot of fun.
But here's the thing: criminals find crimes fun. Have you seen the movie Wolf of Wall Street? That's all about a terrible criminal who finds crime fun.
No, I haven't seen it. I'm not gay. Just kidding. No, I'm not. I'm actually not kidding. I'm actually not gay though. That wasn't a joke. The joke was like that gay people. Forget it.
Yeah, well, I am bisexual, and I enjoyed that movie.
Guessed. With a name like Ruben Barron and hair like that and a voice like that, yeah. Well, you're not. I mean, I'm not hating. I'm just saying, you know, I think I won the gaydar because like I like guessed it. I think I like won. You know, like how you say like a guy says like, hey, I actually grew up in like Boston, and then I'm like, yeah, I guessed it because yeah, you got the Boston accent, like Boston, like that, you know, like anyway, that was a joke.
Yeah. So, I have seen I have seen you hate on. Yeah, I have seen you hate on gay people, and I have seen you hate a lot on transgender people.
Dude, trainings are funny.
Yeah, like in that live stream, you said that it's okay to kill them.
Dude, I don't even remember saying that, but I probably did say that.
That's not funny. That's hate speech.
That was a joke. I don't think killing people is funny. I think that it's actually really sad that people have transgender because like their brains all fucked up and stuff, and I would probably be really fucked up if I like wanted to cut my dick off. So I don't actually want to kill him. That was a joke. Like, I do think they're like all fucked up in the head, and they probably shouldn't be allowed to like vote or anything.
So you admit that you joked about killing them, but the joke wasn't funny. So therefore, it's not a joke. So therefore, you have threatened to kill people.
Oh my God, you're right. Oh, I hadn't even thought of that. I'm so sorry. Oh, Ruben, you're so much smarter than me for thinking of that. Wow, you're a really good journalist.
So yeah, you've threatened to kill people.
You're a really smart journalist. I bet you have a college education that your fucking parents paid for. Wow, you're such a smart, bisexual, stuttering, clever man. Wow. You're right, though. I'm sorry. I did. That means I basically threatened to kill trannies. You can write that in the article. It's cool.
Yeah, so you admit that you have made death threats.
Against trannies. I also admit that I like the street race because you got me on that one. That was a good one. But yeah, like I can only stand for like a few more minutes because like my mom's gonna like bitch me out when she finds out like this is like I don't know an interview and your like stuff. So because I just told her like I was talking to Colby on Skype, but she's like gonna get mad at me because I live with her. Because like.
Can I talk with your mom? Because I'd be very interested in talking with your mom.
Well, actually, maybe, but
I'd be very interested in talking with your mom.
If I like kind of, yeah, I might be able to convince her to talk to you. Actually, can I call you back though when I get her on here?
Well, what time will that be?
Well, it'd just be like a minute. I just gotta go downstairs and get her. Can I do that? Can you call me back?
Yeah, okay, yeah, because I need to be in class at 1:30, but before then...
Is it a journalism class or a gender studies class?
It's a science class.
Oh, that's gay. All right. Whatever. Well, okay, I'm gonna go get her, and I'll be back in like 2 minutes, dude. Thanks for the interview so far. I'll be back in like 2 minutes.
Okay.
Peace, dude.
So I've gotten him to admit the crimes. Very disturbed. Can't get any real info from him. Annoyingly, I was hoping to catch him on something. Like a vault. What's this life? This is insane.
mom's here.
Okay.
If you have questions or anything if you want. She
Okay.
doesn't want to come on camera because she's afraid of like the trolls. Because like I used to get like harassed by trolls and they like threatened to kill her and rape her and stuff. So
Okay.
she's right here, so she can talk to you.
Yeah. Okay.
Hi, Ruben. Have you found Jesus?
I'm Jewish. I respect Jesus. He was a good guy.
Okay. You do understand, Ruben, that Jesus believes in the sanctity of marriage between a man and a woman.
I understand that. Well, he never actually said anything about marriage in the Bible.
Well, okay, Ruben. Now that I've made myself perfectly clear on that, what is it you wanted to address?
I want to address has that.
Here, as long as you don't like get like down here, then they won't see your face.
Okay, it's okay. I don't see anyone's face. Your camera's not on.
Oh, it isn't. Oh, I thought my camera was on. Whoops. Okay.
It's okay. So it's okay. So you're.
Now my camera's on. Hi. Wait, no, it's not.
No. Just leave it off. So.
I thought it was on. Sorry.
Just leave it off. She's not okay. So. Yeah. Okay. So So I'm a writer. Her writes for a blog blogging about events in the Boston area and Massachusetts, and seeing that you're and I've seen.
Yeah, he has a stutter. Sounds really gay. I don't know if I told you that already.
What?
He stutters.
That's okay.
So don't make fun of him though.
That's okay. I wouldn't do
Anyway,
that.
what's up, Ruben?
Yeah. Okay. So what's up is okay. So Gail, I saw that this weekend your son was street racing and crashed your car getting to.
That's not true.
I'm sorry. My son doesn't street race.
Not anymore. I was saved by the Lord from street racing. I had a street racing intervention where my pastor actually came out to my vehicle and he poured holy water on it to bless it, and I can't street race anymore because of that. And
Okay.
that she knows that, and don't try to say anything else about that issue because that topic is closed.
Okay. Well, I saw the video of him crashing your car. I'm glad he's been saved now, but he did crash your car.
No. I'm sorry. I was in a very quick accident. It was just a little slip and slide. He had nothing to do with that, and we're not talking about that.
I wasn't driving, Ruben. She was driving. That's what I meant to say.
So you were driving. So you were driving him to find Brianna Wu.
I have no idea who the Wu is or where a Brianna Wu would be located, but no. We were on our way to a youth group at the church. The pastor had invited us. It was just a little slip and slide, and I was driving, and we're not talking about that anymore.
Then why did he make that video about Brianna Wu?
Listen, you can tell it. Okay, my mom has a different side of the story for legal reasons because we can't say that I was driving the car. Okay.
I have no idea.
No, Mom, just chill. Okay, they can't arrest me for saying it on Skype. They could arrest me if I said it on the scene. They can't arrest me on Skype.
I have no idea what a Skype is, or what
We're
a Brianna.
on Skype right now.
Oh, okay. Or what a Brianna Wu is, or.
Brianna Wu's a crazy trainee lady who's trying to kill me on the internet.
No, she's not trying to kill you.
Yeah, she is.
No, she's not. There's no evidence of that.
Yes, she is. Yes, she is.
Well, I don't do the interwebs or surf the webs or the net. The airwebs or any
That's
of
pretty
those
much a
things.
joke.
I leave that to you young children and your games that you play, because I know you all have games you play on these computer things. But I'm not involved in any of that. And I know totally that my son would not be. Jace has done a number of interventions, and he's much more calm about these things and doesn't get involved in this sort of thing.
He's been posting constantly on Twitter about
But
this.
I think you're changing the topic right now, and I don't appreciate that.
He threatened to shoot guns at a woman.
Hey, Ruben, you're breaking up here. I'm sorry, Ruben. This is so weird. Sorry, Ruben. We're breaking up.
Okay.
We're breaking up. Sorry. What was it you wanted to ask my mom?
I wanted to ask your mom what she thought of those tweets.
Talk to you because she says you're a fag. What is the last thing that you wanted to say? She says she'll answer one more question. She says, what is it you want? She answered one more question.
Okay. What? Okay, so look at the link.
Mom, the interviewer guy wants to ask you a question. Mom. Hey, what's not, dude? What's not rude?
Okay, so in the chat log, I've sent a link which is evidence of your son threatening to shoot at this woman, Brianna Wu. Can you look at that?
Shooting? I'm sorry. He only has, he does play with, obviously, water crystals in the summer. But it's winter, and, the water would, freeze.
Yeah, okay, so so maybe he wasn't going to kill her, but he did threaten to. He threatened her.
My son doesn't threaten people. I don't know what silly things. I mean, I understand you play games where people shoot each other.
It wasn't a game. He said he was going to shoot at her with guns in real life and street race her.
It's called Counter-Strike.
I think it's really important to know the difference between reality and pretend. And if you're playing a game and somebody pretends shoots somebody, that isn't real.
This isn't.
And now I have to go because I really have things to do.
So did your son serve in the military?
Mom, you tell him that I served. Remember my service record?
I'm not going to be talking about this.
Did you serve in the military?
My son is a fine, upstanding American patriotic citizen.
See, hear that? That means that I served, kind of. Well, basically, she didn't want to say it, but that means that he served in the military.
Okay, so have you threatened her? Because it sounds like she's.
No! What the? She's my mom.
It sounds like you're. Okay, so are you trying to avoid there's news articles about your son.
Dude, she left the room already. She already walked away.
There's news articles about you threatening people.
Yeah, there's news articles. You can write anything on a fucking news article. It's Jezebel, dude. They write anything they want. They just make it up.
Yeah, but they link to your stuff.
Yeah, and the stuff that they linked to wasn't even my stuff. It was fake stuff that they made up because they're actual buyers.
So you made up the street racing video?
You can go to hell for lying, and I read that in the Bible, and that's what my mom said.
Okay, so you're going to hell.
No, well, I guess no, but I believe in Jesus, so I renounce my sins and stuff. Like in the song "Sins of Father" from Metal Gear Solid 5, it's in the sins never die, can't wash the blood off my hands. Let the world feel the song. It's just me on my own. As salvation comes through the blood of our sins. And it's that song from Metal Gear Solid, and that that Jap guy made it, and it's a really good game. I think I want to play it, but some guy gifted me Ground Zeroes in Steam, so I'm gonna play that soon.
So
I'm bored. Can we stop this interview, or can you just ask me questions? I'm bored, dude. I want to go play fucking COD.
Maybe for your atonement, you should possibly turn yourself in for.
Well, I didn't do any. Well, okay.
Threatening people and street racing and driving under the influence.
I didn't drive under the influence when I was going to have. Well, I only had a tiny amount of Everclear, and that was in the morning, so it would have worn off by the time I was on the road. I mean, by the time my mom was driving me to camp.
Okay, so you can't even get your story straight. Were you driving or was your mom driving?
Respect me, Ruben. Respect me. I can't get my story straight. I just don't feel like it.
Well, I'm sorry. It's hard. It's hard to have respect for a liar who has threatened one of my friends.
I'm a gamer vigilante of GamerGate, and everyone in GamerGate knows I'm the top commander and I'm the leader of GamerGate because I'm the commander, and that's what they call me.
I thought GamerGate was a leaderless movement.
Well, it isn't anymore.
Yeah, well.
You sound like a squeegee bike tire when you laugh. Like when I used to do skid moves on bikes and when I used to do like moves, it used to make that kind of noise. When I would brake really fast, it would be like, and it sounded like you laughing.
I haven't been laughing, I've been just... It's hard to put into words how frustrating this is.
Well, it's not frustrating. I'm a Marine and you just don't respect me because you're just too full of yourself and you believe in gay sins. And if you weren't bisexual and you had the Lord save your soul, then you would know how to respect me properly as a U.S. veteran and a Marine. And then we wouldn't even be talking. So this is, I don't know why.
The Lord says, thou shalt not lie and thou shalt not kill. You've lied and you've threatened to kill people.
No, you did this to yourself, man. You're the only one. If you just respected me, then none of this would have happened, okay? Like, literally none of this. You're doing this to yourself, man.
So you never would have... So if I respected you, you never would have street raced and tried to attack a friend of mine?
Oh, so you admit you're a friend of hers? Oh, boy. Well, that's interesting. Awkward silence.
Yeah.
Ruben Barron of the Longfellow Bridge in Boston admitting that he is a friend with a person who is, you know, maybe he shouldn't be writing stories if he was so close to this person, huh?
Yeah, so...
Say that, Ruben.
Well...
What's your quote? Give me a fucking quote, you little faggot. What's your quote on that? On that journalistic corruption that you just admitted to?
Yeah, well...
Yeah, well... That's not a quote.
Yeah, well, when I write my article, there's going to be a full disclosure about this.
You're getting interviewed on Deagle Nation Live right now, motherfucker. Give me a soundbite. What do you think about journalistic corruption? You just admitted that Brianna Wu was your friend, and now you're doing a story because she asked you to?
No, I've been following you. No, she didn't ask me to do a story. I'm doing the story myself because I'm interested in this story, and...
That a friend of yours is directly involved in. Yeah, totally normal. There's nothing suspicious.
Yeah, well, if I include... Have you heard of gonzo journalism?
Yeah, it's not real, you faggot. It doesn't matter what they say in college. That's not a real thing. It's just called blogging. You're just being a faggot on the internet.
Gonzo journalism existed before that. Hunter S. Thompson, he was a cool guy.
No, there's a movie and it was called Fear and Loathing. I saw that in film class. That means it's real. Well, I'm so fucking smart, my daddy paid my...
It was based on a novel written by this guy who has written multiple essays. Maybe you should read more.
My daddy paid me to go to a liberal arts college and take journalism as a major, and now I believe in Hunter S. Thompson, and now I can go and do gonzo journalism and write smear campaigns about anyone I want on the internet because I have a small dick, because I'm bisexual. My name is Ruben Barron. That's me rap battling you like Eminem, dude. You just got wrecked, dude.
That wasn't a rap.
Going at 90 miles
That wasn't a rap. That was nonsense.
Okay, you want me to do a rap or rap battle?
No, I don't. In fact, I think...
Well, we will. Look at this motherfucking guy. What's he say? What's he think he's so fly? What's he on here to say? This guy, I can't believe this guy. He's right in front of my eyes. People say I got a lazy eye. People say just a crazy guy. Why I gotta be this way around town? You see, because I'm getting down with the clown, because it's I see to the P. For Jace Connors, because that's my official name, because I'm the commander of Deagle Nation. That's why it's a sensation. That's why we get it blazing. That's why we get it racing, because Haitians and Asians laying down on the crazy. Yeah, they call me Wazing because I think I'm basically...
I've had enough of this. Oi, Gavalt. Oi. Oh, you're call...
Don't run a fish for me, you little faggot. Come on. This is my interview now. I'm interviewing you now. I'm gonzo journalizing you. What's up? Okay, tell me questions about your sex life. Tell me about your sex life, Ruben. I want to hear about your tiny dick.
I'm single.
Dick. You're single? Are you looking to mingle? I can find you some dudes.
I don't... Yeah, well... No.
I can
No.
journalize you some dick if you want. I can post like a wanted ad on my Twitter, like, hey, Ruben Barron, he's single, he's looking to mingle, he's in Boston.
So do you wanna put a fatwa on me?
No, but I was just saying, like, if you're single and I wanted to help you out because you did do this interview for me, and even if you're acting like a bitch on the air to me, then you still sort of interviewed me. I guess that was nice. So I was thinking, like, maybe I could put on Twitter being like, hey guys, if anyone wants like
No.
this Ruben guy. He's pretty hot, and he, it's not true, but I would say that, and he's single, and if you want to fuck him, he's in like wherever you live, and then we could like post that at like a wanted ad.
You don't know where I am.
Well, yeah, but like you know what I mean. We could just say you live somewhere. It doesn't really matter.
So you're going to name a random location and gonna send people there?
Yeah, why not?
Because then you're gonna harass someone else who lives at that location that I don't live at.
Oh wait, crap. Yeah, you're right. Whoops. Okay, yeah. Okay. Now, thank you, Ruben. See, this is why you're helping me, because you're like helping me with my ideas.
I'm not trying to help. I want you to get help. I want you to
get help, and I want you to go to church and renounce your sins for being a homo.
I go to synagogue.
Well, do they allow Jews to like fuck each other in the butt or something? Like, is that, I don't know what Jew Bibles do, but if they allow each other to fuck each other in the butt, then that's fucked up.
There's various interpretations of the Bible in Judaism.
Which one of them includes glory holes? Is that your interpretation? Does your interpretation include a glory hole?
I've never used a glory hole. I don't know what. I don't know. I don't think the Bible says any. I don't know what the Bible says. I
This is Gonzo journalism. Prove you've never used a glory hole. Okay, prove it.
Yeah, well, I mean, like I've never done it.
You never done it. Well, prove it. You don't have any proof.
Do you have any proof I did?
Yeah. Well, no, because this is like Judge Judy, and you're like the defendant, and you have to like defend your sexual honor. That's not funny. Well, I mean, I guess Judge Judy's kind of funny because like she's like.
Yeah. Well, like I'm sorry for laughing. I'm sorry. I want you to get help. I want you to get.
You're going to get me help. Is that why you're laughing at me, you little faggot? You're such a two-faced little shit. You can't even insult me to my face.
I'm sorry. I honestly want you to get help for your issues. I want you to be in a place where you cannot, where you won't harm or threaten people on the internet.
You are now bullying me, and you are now being dishonest against me for a disability that I was born with, and then I take medication for. You are now discriminating against me.
No, I'm not.
Yeah, you are. You just discriminated. You just assumed I was mentally ill, and when you ass whom, you make an ass out of whom.
Here's the thing.
I saw that on Dr. House.
And there's nothing wrong with being mentally ill. However, mentally ill plus violence is a dangerous combination, and you need to get help for that.
Just crashed my car. Or my mom's, I guess. Whatever. It's basically mine, because I drive all the time.
Yes, so you admit that you repeatedly steal your mom's car, and she drives around, and she's just lying to save her ass?
No. I never admitted she was lying to save her ass.
Yeah, well, she says you weren't driving, and now you say you were driving. She was lying to save her ass. And she thinks and she thinks that your gun threats are just about video games? Nah, you're threatening her life. This isn't a game.
I was threatening my mom's life? What?
No, you were threatening Brianna Wu's life, and she thought that was just a video game.
I literally never did.
You said you were gonna shoot guns at her, and on your stream you said you were gonna kill her with a knife because you thought she was transgender.
If I missed with the guns and I shot them at her, but then the bullets like missed because I shot like really high.
That still counts as like okay. So you're just gonna it's just threatened assault as opposed to threatened.
I'm a gonzo journalist. I can twist things around to me whatever I want because I'm a little faggot. My dad paid my way through college. I'm like you. We're like friends, right? Except I'm not gay though.
Yeah, well, I don't. Yeah. That's not an insult. I mean, like, I never even said I was.
It's not an insult, but it's pretty funny because you always pause for like 5 seconds and then you start stuttering something.
Well, I'm pausing because I'm trying to think of what the intelligent response is. What?
I'm not giving you flashlights. Not flashlights. Sorry, flashbacks. You getting like the shit beaten out of you in high school or something because you always pause and then do some weird stutter thing right after I say.
Well, I'm pausing and stuttering because I'm figuring out what to say.
Pause. You got your whole paused up.
I paused because I'm trying to figure out what to say, and
I fucked your ass. I bet that you had the red light take turns on your little ass, tight little ass.
No.
Prove it. I'm a gonzo journalist. Prove it.
Yeah, well, here's the thing, like unlike your assertions, my assertions have evidence. I found those tweets. I saw those videos.
This is your voice.
That's evidence.
My evidence is your voice. You sound like a fag, dude.
Okay, so now you're discriminating against me.
Yeah, but it's not discrimination because it says in the Bible, though. So if it's in the Bible, that means it isn't discrimination. In the Bible, it never says anything about schizophrenics. So if you discriminate against me...
It never says anything about stutterers either. If anything, it says it's wrong to if anything, Moses was a stutterer, so I'm in good company.
You're not Moses, though. You're just some faggy journalist.
Yeah, but you're not supposed to... But you're still making fun of me.
Yeah, but it's funny.
Okay, well, maybe it's funny. Maybe what I'm doing is funny to someone.
No, it's not. Well, I mean, maybe it is. I'm sure when I post this video, there'll be like a million people who think you're funny, but probably not for the same reasons that you think you're funny.
Yeah, also, I never gave you approval to post this.
That. How are you going to feel when I post this and there's going to be hundreds of people who see you stumbling through this interview like a fucking idiot, and you're not going to even be able to defend yourself? They're just going to see you and they're just going to judge you based on this one interview. And they're going to make fun of you online, and you're not even going to be able to do anything about it.
I never approved you to post this.
So?
So that's also illegal.
What's up? I just got you.
That's also illegal. I got your approval to film this for my personal records, but if you post this without my permission, then you're breaking the law.
No.
Yes, you are. I can find the law. Yeah, in Massachusetts, you need to have two-way approval to record a phone call or a Skype call.
It's a phone call.
Or a Skype call.
Well.
And you gave me approval to record on my end, but I didn't give you approval to record on your end. You don't have my approval.
Well, I got your approval now because you said the word approval.
Stop being... Okay, I'm done.
Well, you got owned.
Fuck it.
Hey, you just cussed me. That's disrespectful. I'm a veteran.
No, you're not, liar.